My melt-in-the-mouth Asian short ribs with a thyme mash. Melt-in-the-mouth short rib. Look at that beef. Oh, so good. Let's make this. So your first step is you want to get rid of all this heavy fat that's around it. If you can get rid of it like so. Once you've got off as much fat in the silver skin as you can, get yourself some salt. I'm just going to sprinkle salt over the tops and the sides. And some pepper. Once you've done that, slam them in the fridge for about 2 hours. You're better off leaving them overnight, but 2 hours will do. Now we're going to make a bit of a base for our sauce. So start off with some lemongrass, some paprika, Chinese 5-spice, oyster sauce, some light soy, some rice wine vinegar and some mirin, some ground cumin, sesame oil. I have a full list of ingredients down below along with a full recipe. Finally, some honey. Now give that a good mix. Next I've got myself a largish pan. I'm going to put that on a medium-high heat and we're going to add some oil in. Pan's nice and hot now, so I'm going to get my meat. Where is this? We're going to place that in and we're going to brown them off on all 4 sides. Once you've got them all nice and brown like that all over, just take them out and let them rest. Why we do the rest? Yeah, my point, I didn't even know it. Now while your pan's still nice and hot, get your finely chopped shallots, get them in. Now in with your crushed garlic, and of course the ginger. Finger chilies. Just give them a quick fry off. Next with our sauce that we made, get that all in. In with some tomato puree. Give that a good mix. Now we're going to put our ribs back in again, skin side down. Once all the ribs are in with your beef stock. Just get it till it's just on top of the meat. And then we're going to let that simmer for about 10-15 minutes. So after your 10 or 15 minutes, add in your chopped coriander. Top it up with a bit more stock if you need to. Now I'm going to cover that with a lid. That's going in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours, just depending on how soft the meat is, on a heat of about 160. See you in a couple of hours. Time to prep the mash. Good tip, wash your potatoes before you peel them. I'll tell you why later. So potatoes all peeled there. I've got my water on, touch of salt. And now we're just going to chop our potatoes up. I prefer to cut them up smaller, then they cook quicker. Okay, the water's boiling now. Time to get the potatoes in. Well, so that's 3 hours now that's been in. I've actually added more stock to it because it was too high. But look at that. Let's see how tender those are. Look at that. Oh. Does that come out yet? Right, let's get your meat out. Oh, where is this? Let it get out and let it rest. Look at them. Oh, so soft. So what I'm doing with all these juices, I'm going to transfer them into this jug. Now using the stick blender, just going to blend this to get as smooth as I can. So now it's all blended, I'm just going to sieve it back into the pan again. So I'll put my gravy back in there. Now just to get rid of the grease, just going to dip in kitchen roll, and that takes up all the grease off the top. So I'm reheating my sauce again now. There's 2 ways we can thicken it up. We can add a cornflour slurry into there and thicken up slowly. But I'm going to go for the good old gravy granules. This is going to keep the flavour intensified and thicken up at the same time. Nice and thick. Just going to put my ribs back in there, taking those off the heat. Just let them stay warm in there while we finish the potatoes off. So for potatoes, I'm going to need some milk. Put some milk in a pan and some butter. Now we just gently heat that till it all melts together. So to my potatoes, add a little bit of salt. And then we're going to add some of the milk and thyme. Keep the stalks out. Now to mash it together. I've got one of these, my mashers, they're really, really good. There we are. I think we're ready to plate. And there it is, my melt in the mouth Asian short rib.